Hey, what's going on? How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome into the Hack and Wack Show with our first ever live interview here from our new call-in scene. We got a nice new brick wall. We've got a nice new setup here. And what we're going to do is we're going to let, in the future, we're going to let people call into the show. We're going to take live calls. But tonight, there's only one call we're going to take. And that is the owner, the founder, who hopefully is on the line, Drakyoid of NeonSportz. Do we have you, sir? Drakyoid, do we have you?
Can you hear me?
We've got him. He's live, boys and girls. He is live. Hey, welcome in, Drakyoid. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Hey,
so Drakyoid, we've been talking about this for a while. I'm just going to call you Drak for short. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, all right, awesome. So Drak, you and I, we've known each other for a while now. What are we going on, 3 years now, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
One of the first people to join the server.
That's what I wanted you to say. That's beautiful. You just fed right into that we're one of the first. Hey, in all seriousness, though, speaking of the first, what got you this idea in the first place that, hey, I'm going to go work my ass off for a bunch of Madden lowlifes and create NeonSportz? I mean, what gives? I mean, what led to this?
So basically, I had my own league, just like you. Basically, obviously yours is better, but
only because of Neon
I was
Sports.
Just because of NeonSportz. The only reason we're better.
Yeah, there you go. But I was using my current competition, same as the other guy, and I was just kind of frustrated with how outdated it was, and I felt I could make a better platform and integrate Discord with it, because if you're not using Discord, then you're behind, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, totally agree. And I think the other name of that league, it rhymes with Batty Deegs. But we won't talk about them. But yeah, no, I came from that world, and man, what you're doing and what you've done with NeonSportz, it is beyond anything that we could have ever imagined, and so focused on the users, the customer service side. I tell this to all the people all the time, Drak. Wacky, you and I talk about this. It's how often can we get EA Sports to listen to us and take our feedback?
Never.
However, Drak, you've created this whole community in Discord that is focused on listening to feedback from the people using the tool and using Madden, and you're using that to make it better. How awesome is that? Like, where did all that come from?
Well, a lot of that has to do with experiencing what you guys are. Just EA is not listening, seemingly, and I wanted to make sure that I actually listened to everybody and created a product that everybody wanted to use.
Yeah, and Wacky, what's your favorite thing about NeonSportz?
And there's a bunch of stuff, actually. I really like how easy I can navigate and see my entire roster and kind of split that up. The trade functionality is really, really nice. We got some guys in the league make a ton of trades, and pretty much I've gone to, we used to have to submit a guy to a trade czar and, find the numbers and go back and forth. It's a big hassle. Now, all I do is go to NeonSportz, click one button, that guy's on the trade block, talk with the guy, submit the trade. And even when I submit the trades, when we're talking back and forth, I take a screenshot of you can do kind of a preview, and it kind of shows you the cap numbers, what'll happen, who's in on the trade between the guys, and show it to the guy I'm trying to trade with and say, hey man, this is what we should do. And it's just a really nice, easy way. And the interface is nice. It's easy to get around. It's easy to use, easy to understand. It's not overburdened. So, Drak, that's one thing. I got in my day job, I do a lot of some development work and some interface stuff. And you have done a fantastic job in giving fans the tools that they want to use in Madden, but also making it easy and approachable to use and to get into and to use all the features. So, a fantastic job. I'm not just blowing up smoke because we're doing this for the show, but I really, really am impressed with it and really enjoy using it.
I appreciate it. I remember messaging you at the beginning about that, because I remember you said that you had experience with it, and that's part of why it got easy to use, is because I approached other people and got feedback that way.
Yeah, I mean it's so important, and you know, talking about the trade, the trade thing, it could not have been easy to set up. It couldn't have been easy to create. What have been the big challenges? Like, what are the things that you've had to overcome so far in building this thing out, Drac?
I'd say the number one challenge is dealing with the Madden companion app. There you guys use it just about every day, and it's very laggy. Definitely needs to be updated, and it actually takes a lot more power on a server to process all of that than it should. And I just wish that Madden would open up their API.
Are you telling me that there's something that Madden could do to improve their server system? I haven't heard anything about server problems to do with EA.
Yeah, there's been no server problems with EA. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. But basically, if they opened up their API, which if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a way to access data. And if they open that up, then we would be able to take Neon to another level in terms of doing things in game while you're not in game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And I can imagine, I know in the early days, you know, we started off, I say we because I feel, I should not say we, Drac, but I feel like I'm a part of this thing because as you...
you definitely are.
I don't know if people know this, but this old man shot all the videos to the original training for Drac to kind of help him out. And I didn't do it I just want to clear some air because I don't know what people know, but how much money did you pay me to do those, Drac?
$0.00.
Yeah. So I did it. You know why I did it? I did it because I can see a guy like you, Drac, that's putting all the time, effort, and energy into this. And I just can get behind a guy that is all about trying to create something better for the community. Because in the end, you know, Madden is Madden, but the truth is we want to be more than Madden. We want to create this kind of awesome community, and you've done that. And that's why I just helped him out. So back in the day, I helped Drac kind of get those things going, and I can remember, Drac, a lot of the challenges were around trying to keep up with, you were adding leagues at such a rapid pace that you were having to add server space, and you had to talk to us a little bit about what that was like.
Yeah, so at the beginning, I obviously didn't expect Neon to grow as quick as it did. I thought maybe like 10 or 20 leagues would try it out. But starting out last Madden, I made everything free because I didn't want to sell a product that didn't work completely. And the easiest way to do that is to make it free and fix everything that way. Yeah. And obviously with it being free, everyone is going to want to try it out.
Yeah.
And so I had a small server at the beginning, obviously to keep the costs down. And then, like you said, it grew really quick. So the website would lock up and people wouldn't be able to do anything. And so then I would have to go in and expand it, basically.
Yeah. So how's that coming now? How much have you had to expand, and are the servers kind of keeping up right now? I mean, how are things going for you? How many leagues do you have too right now, Drac?
So right now we're over 1,500 leagues, getting close to 1,600, and yeah, it's crazy. I just upgraded the servers last month, and we're looking fine right now. I think we'll be good for hopefully another till we get to 5,000 or so.
Well, that's awesome. He's built it out to 5,000 servers. Hey, how about planning ahead when it comes to servers?
That's a lot of gerbils.
That is. Yeah, it is. Hey, so what's the thing that you would say, Drac, as you look at this thing and obviously building it to that many leagues, but what's the thing that you're like most proud of, like in this whole thing, that you just feel like, hey, I'm super proud of where I'm at?
Obviously the growth, and I want Neon to be kind of a uniting website for all the different leagues, and I feel like with the Neon server that's kind of done that a little bit. And obviously the automation that I was able to add to save people time, that was one of the main goals. Like you said, definitely. The trade system.
Yeah.
I remember whenever I was a commissioner, people would have to type out every specific thing about a player, and then you have to go look them up because you don't know what exactly speed they have and all that stuff. So, and then dealing with the voting, if you have more than one trade committee member, which I don't think you guys do, but I think a lot of
them do
that way.
Right.
So being able to automate things to make running a league easier, save more time, because that was a big reason why I stopped running a league. It just took too much time.
Not kidding. Yeah, you're not kidding. It is the commish burnout is what I call it. Everybody hits it at some point, and it's just and that's the other thing. How much do you think we get paid by the users to run our leagues as commissioners?
Yeah, usually it's zero.
Yeah, we get paid nothing.
Yeah. You get paid. You get paid in a lot of heartache, a lot of frustration, a lot of what the hell is this guy talking about?
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Hey hack. When is advance?
Usually it goes. Usually my favorite is yo.
And then they wait for me to respond. Yeah, no, this is a little secret. I will not respond to yo messages. If your only message to me is yo and you won't take the time to actually type out your question, I'm not responding. I'm not.
Now, I've got a question, Drac.
Yeah, go ahead.
But, now I think I know the answer to this, but with all you've built out, and like I said, I know a little bit about how difficult it is and how much time it takes. You've got to have 6 or 7 beds on staff.
Yeah, how many you got over there now, Drac?
I think I've got working on this.
That way, it's just me right now.
Jesus Christ.
That's even more amazing, man. That you've gone this far and done this much and added this many leagues and just what you've built out just by yourself. Man, you got to be single.
Yeah.
I'm actually not, but yeah.
Okay, good.
Basically,
more power to your girl, man.
Yeah. But I've been in the works for 2 or 3 years, just planning everything. You guys might remember the first iteration of the website.
Yeah.
That was basically me learning how to do everything.
Amazing.
And then going into the what we have now, just teaching myself a lot of stuff and just learning more about development. Definitely.
Yeah. You talked about planning a little bit, Drac. Tell me, what big plans do you have for the future? You've done so much, all those cool features that were on your commercial. Tell the folks, what do you got planned? I mean, anything that you're willing to give away of hey, what lies on the horizon?
I have a giant list of features that I obviously want to add, but I'd say long term, I'd love to expand to more games if I can.
Oh, nice.
I've get a lot of requests for NBA,
2K.
And, yeah, 2K, and I definitely want to add whenever that college football game comes out.
NCAA.
The NCAA. I definitely want to add that. I'm hoping that they'll at least take the time to make an export button for that game, because there's no way for Neon to get anything without that.
Yeah, and that's something that it's a little bit of a tightrope that I don't know that people realize. I know you realize it, but if Madden, EA, whoever you want to call it, decided tomorrow that hey, there's no longer going to be an API, they're not going to have a companion app. If they just said, hey, that's not a feature we're going to carry forward anymore, your whole business model is kind of down the tubes. That's a scary thing, isn't it, Drac?
Yeah, and I knew that risk going into it. I mean, obviously, there's nothing I can do about it if it happens.
Right.
You've got a lot of love for what you're doing. Like I said, you ran a league, you were commissioned, you were seeing things, and it's like, man, why is EA not feeling this whole? Why are they not doing it? And finally getting the frustration to the point where, well, if they're not going to do it, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and here's what I'm going to call out to the entire Madden community, because I'm a bit of a celebrity in the Madden community. I mean, I'm known far and wide. I normally have at least 20 million viewers when we do the Hack and Wack Show, at least 20 million. So all those 20 million plus that are out there, if Madden ever shuts off the API, we're going to march onto EA headquarters in Florida and demand that they open it back up to keep our man Drac rolling. Or we're going to use all of our massive resources to get Drac hired as a CFO somewhere or something, or a CTO, CIO. We're going to get you a big time job, because no one else could have done what you've done, Drak. It's really been amazing.
Hey, can you imagine if actually Drak was heading up EA's development? Well, what he's done just by himself with NeonSportz. I can't imagine what he could do if he had the resources in his hands actually, on a Madden API.
Yeah, could you imagine if Drak was in charge of the development at EA?
Yeah, I know. We could say we've actually talked to a live person at EA now.
We might have a game that works. We might have a game that works. Hey, so you talked about the big plans for the future, which is maybe expanding to other games. Any other big plans out there? Anything directly related to as we look to Madden 24 that you want to have up and going, or anything you're going to add at the end of this year?
I'd have to look at my giant list of stuff, but I definitely want to improve the reputation system.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you guys have looked into that, but yeah, I want a recruit system so people can recruit from the website, because I know running a league, one of the hardest parts is recruiting people.
Yeah,
and
it's a good idea.
Tying that in with a reputation will let you make sure that you're recruiting somebody who's actually a good member and not someone that's just going to leave after a day.
Yeah, that's a great thing. I've got actually in our little window here, Drak, I've got your website kind of set up. You can see how beautiful it is. You can add your own customized banner at the top, and then also I don't think I'm logged in right now, but if you log in here, you can actually go in and you can give people reps. And so what he's talking about is it allows you to, if you've got a roster dumper, you can go give them a big fat negative rep. And if you've got somebody that runs an awesome league or plays straight up, you want to give them some positive reps. So it's a good thing. I think the longer that it's up and running and the more you fine tune it and the more history you get, Drak, the better it would be. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's new and it's just getting going. There's people that kind of, have their opinions. Speaking of opinions, if you got a question for Drak, if you want to throw a question up in the chat, please do. I'm reading those, and we'll channel your questions to Drak to get those answered. One of the things that was asked earlier was, isn't NCAA going to export rosters to Madden, or is that just a rumor? Do you happen to have any confirmation of that?
I have no information at all about any of that stuff. I don't have any connections with EA or anything like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, neither do we, so that's...
As popular as NeonSportz is getting, and just with all the stuff you've done, I'm really surprised that they haven't, reached out to say, hey, man, we like what you're doing. Keep up, the good work, whatnot. But hey, you can only get so much from EA. But hey, we really love how you're filling the void that the fans are really wanting features like this in the game.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are liking everything.
Yeah, so one of the questions that's out there, obviously you've got the cool hologram stickers, which are awesome. Which I'm still trying to get my holograph to pop out of it, but it's still really cool. Do you have any other merch planned? How about I think Military Standards would like a travel size coffee tumbler.
Yeah, I keep seeing him say that. It's funny, but I think there is more merch that I would like to do, just because it's kind of a fun thing to do. You have an online Madden league, you go on the NeonSportz website, but having a sticker is just kind of just a cool thing to have, and having a shirt or something like that would be cool too.
Yeah.
I think. Pretty sure you have a Loyalty League hat on.
Oh yeah, we're rocking the merch. This bad boy, it was very proud to birth it. We've had hoodies done. We've had these. We're working on some bikini underwear.
Why don't we have stickers? We got stickers.
You're always trying to get free shit. You're always like...
I'm saying as a league,
as a league. Yeah, right. You're always working the angle of trying to get free stuff, Wacky. Always. Hey, we've got a question from our league, the Loyalty League. Would you ever... And I'm gonna change his question a little bit. Obviously, you've got to have zero free time. But the question is would you ever join the Loyalty League, or would you ever join another league and play Madden again? Or are you kind of out of that loop now? Do you play the game, Drak?
I currently, like you said, I spend all my free time on this right now, so I'm not currently playing Madden. I don't even have a PS5 yet, but or an Xbox, whatever. I would like to play the game, hopefully in 24.
Okay.
Not 100% sure if I'd have time to join a league.
Yeah.
But
it's tough.
I'm not gonna say no.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you around that. And just the other question I was going to ask you too, Drak, is you created something that's really kind of cool this last year, where you created user forums where people can just post up questions, and those questions, they're not just related to NeonSportz. Like, they're related to all different things. Like, where did that come from? Where did the idea come from? Like, hey, I'm gonna create these Madden user forums.
Are you referring to the Madden forums on the Neon server?
Yeah, on your server. Yeah, I'm talking about your server.
Yeah, so I see a lot of people ask questions in the main chat about Madden, and then it usually just gets buried by something unrelated. So I just figured I would have a spot for people to go to ask those questions.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, no, it sounds like such a simple thing, but so I don't know if you know this or not, but well, I know you know this. Earlier this year, we had things still happening, like a 32 user glitch where people couldn't get 32 users in, which that's an old problem that came back around. We had the draft glitch where you would go to draft and your entire league would revert back, and it was doing crazy things. We had also the game's not saving glitch, and so it was really cool because NeonSportz was one of the first places that had that many users from all different leagues that you could go to, and you could search these help forums. They're not really help forums, but they're just user forums where someone would post like, hey, I did this and this worked for me. But then also, one of the things we did, Drak, is we posted up that hey, if you've had this problem, put your league name and username here. And so we were able to collect all those. I was able to reach out to Clint via DMs on Twitter, and from that page, Drak, I provided over 25 leagues that had either the user glitch or the draft glitch, so that they could look at those and try to create like what's happening, because they were trying to get data. And so NeonSportz, in a way, saved Madden.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. I think I saw your forum post, and I'm glad you were able to get that information. That kind of ties in with how I want NeonSportz to just kind of unite the whole franchise community.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got another question. Where did you come up with the name NeonSportz? I love the Z on it, because if something ends in Z instead of S, it's extra cool.
Yeah, it is.
Originally, I was going with a more Madden-oriented name, and I knew down the line that I did want to possibly expand to other games, and I like sports games and I like sports. And I don't really remember specifically how I came up with Neon. I just always thought that neon, like the beginning of your stream with the neon lettering.
We did that for you tonight, Drak. That's a new starting stream sign just for you, buddy.
Yeah, I loved it. I just always thought neon signs were cool, and I just thought of NeonSportz, and with an S, unfortunately, was taken by somebody, and I thought, well, the Z's pretty cool, so why not just go with that? And it kind of stands out too, because if you go on Google and look up NeonSportz with an S, you're gonna find unrelated stuff. But if you look it up with a Z, then you're obviously gonna find NeonSportz.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's multi-talented. He's a developer. He's a marketer. Entrepreneur. Man, that's all impressive, man.
He's triple threat, baby. He can do it all. Run, shoot, pass. He can do it all. He's the full package, Wack. Like, he really is. There's no doubt.
First round draft pick, man.
First round draft pick.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. There would be no question. Well, the Panthers have the first round draft pick. Maybe you should take Drak.
I think we do that. I think Drak could build a wonderful team. How's your 40 time, Drak?
Oh gosh, I have no idea, to be honest. Probably not amazing.
Might be a deal breaker, but
could be a deal breaker.
Maybe, we can never get together in the same place. We'll do some times. You never know.
We'll time him in the 40, see how he does. Hey, speaking of Drak, do you have a favorite team? Do you have a favorite NFL team? Who do you follow?
Yeah, some of you guys in the chat might know, but it's the Packers.
How'd you feel about that Darkness Retreat skit then, Drak?
I thought it was pretty funny.
So,
are you happy about Rodgers and what Green Bay's doing now, or are you just kind of like a lot of people I've talked to, the Green Bay fans that are just appreciate what you've done, Rodgers, but we're just ready to move forward now?
Yeah, I've obviously been a big Aaron Rodgers fan since he was on the team, just as any Packers fan. So it's definitely sad to see him go like this. But like you said, I guess it's time to move on. See what Jordan Love can do.
Yeah, it is. And the Packers have only had a top 5 quarterback in the league now for 30 years, Drak. It's about time that you have to go to the well and find a quarterback over there in Green Bay. I mean, my God. There's no team in the history of the NFL that's had a quarterback that good for that long. From Favre to Rodgers, 30 years? Really?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. And it'll be funny if Jordan Love comes out and it's just as good, if not better, than Rodgers.
And I hate to admit this, but ever since I've been in the franchise, I'm a huge Panthers fan. I'm always a Panthers. I've been lucky enough to get them every year in loyalty. And when all the everything crashed this year, and we had to restart completely from scratch. Appreciate it, EA. Still not over that. But we decided to change it up, and we were just going to do random wheel spins for your team. And I got the Packers. And I'll have to tell you, man, on defense, you guys are loaded. And actually, I had last year one of the best years I've ever had.
Yeah, it's nice seeing our defense do good because it used to not be like that.
Yeah. Well, Drak, hey, I know that we've kept you longer than we asked you, but you're a busy man, and the fact you gave us this time on this show, I just want you to know how grateful I am, and thank you so much. Drak, I know that we've talked about this just a little bit, and I'm gonna throw it up here in the if I can get it done correctly here. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen here, Drak. But tell the people a little bit about maybe something special that you've got coming as we kind of wrap up Madden 23.
Something special. Oh yeah, I got the spring sale. The code is actually valid right now if you're interested in getting a Madden 23 league.
Old man fingers. Hold on. Here it is. There
you go. Use code SPRING and you get 50% off. It ends March 27th. And you can buy as many leagues as you want and get 50% off all of them, whatever you want to do. I just figured I would do a nice sale for spring.
You heard it here from the man first. Anywhere, if you would like to, and maybe you're still using Batty Deegs, and Batty Deegs is still using like DOS prompt type, C prompt plus type software. Maybe Batty Deegs is not the league for you anymore. Maybe you don't want to use Batty Deegs anymore, and you're ready.
I still go in there once in a while. I use my Radio Shack TRS-80.
You do, yep. That technology it fits perfectly with the Batty Deegs, and I'll tell you, maybe you're like, hey, I want to try NeonSportz out before I get to Madden 24. So use this code SPRING. Go to the website neonsportz.com with a Z. Use this code and get 50% off from the spring right here from our man Drak. Thank you, Drak.
Yeah, no problem.
So Madden 24, obviously, big plans. You've got a lot going on. You've been highly successful. So I'm just going to assume that it's going to cost us $100 a league next year.
Yeah, $99.99.
That's a bargain.
No, more than likely the price will stay the same, $29.99.
More than likely, price is the same. So $30, you get all of this. You get, hey, and if you haven't joined the Discord, later on we do the giveaway. Stick around because we're still going to do the giveaway at the end of the show. You can get a free NeonSportz sub. You can get some cool stickers. Also, for subs to this channel, I'll be giving away a signed copy of Madden 24. So lots of really kind of cool giveaways coming up, but on the giveaway page, you'll be able to have a code to get into the Discord. If you're not in the NeonSportz Discord, you're missing out, right, Drak?
Yeah, we do all sorts of giveaways randomly on there. We, like I said before, it's kind of uniting the community, and you can get advice from other league commissioners. You can recruit for your league on there, or just chat about whatever NeonSportz stuff. We have an NFL chat too, if you want to talk about that.
That's all. How many people you got in your server now, Drak?
I think last I checked, it was like 4,500.
4,500.
So there's a good amount of people.
Man, that's 4,500 people in his server that started 2 years ago. Head on over to NeonSportz, join the Discord, get involved, guys. Drak, I am deeply, deeply grateful for the time you gave us tonight. Anything that I'm leaving out that you want to tell the people at home?
All I gotta say is just keep an eye on the announcements channel in the Discord, and we'll be continuing to update all the way up until Madden 24 and beyond.
Well, you keep killing it. You keep doing what you're doing, Drak. You keep fighting. And if myself or Wack or the Loyalty League, if we can ever do anything for you, we want to be here for you. All right, we're like big, old, bald, athletic supporters.
Yeah, I really appreciate what you guys have done for Neon. Like I said, you were probably, if not the first person to join, and I think you were the first person to donate too, which was a big help in getting started. So I really appreciate you guys.
You're welcome, Drak. Anything we can do for you, we'll do it, because we love what you're doing through the community, all the giving back, the listening. We're gonna teach EA how to do this eventually, I promise, buddy. We're just gonna keep fighting, and thank you for being on tonight.